when it comes to Europe and the relations with Europe. And many people, many leaders in Europe worried about the possibility of tariffs. Europe's massive trading partner is the United States. Do you think there will be a renegotiation of these transatlantic ties?
Actually, he's not happy with the previous administration. Biden, billions of dollars and a big amount of weapons were giving to assist and to help Ukraine. But the result on the ground that it is not easy for Ukraine to come and make any victory. Russia is still occupying 4 big areas in land, and it seems like it will never withdraw back. So I think his administration of Mr. Trump is to be more realistic and optimistic. He is doing actually or facing more pressure to the European leaders in order to, to convince them in the future they have to buy from America gas and petrol more than from other countries, and they have to raise their share in NATO. And he usually tells them, if you would like to have our support and our troops to help you and save Europe, 1%, 2% without your income is not enough. It has to be 4 or 5%. But I think finally, European countries have suffered a lot for the last 2.5 years from the results of Ukraine and Russia war. So I assume that there is good results. Europe are expecting good negotiation will happen with the European leaders in order to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine and have a better future for Europe and the world.
And Dr. Al-Khatib, Trump recently suggested that China could mediate the Ukraine crisis and the war in Ukraine. Is that realistic, or is this Trump just trying to signal that he doesn't want America to be the world's policeman anymore?
I mean, China has good relations with Russia. Russia is suffering major losses in Ukraine. I mean, Trump feels bad for the death and the suffering on both sides. As a human being, he said he's upset by the massive death on the Russian side, on the Ukrainian side. This war should not, it doesn't hurt the United States, this war. This war is a European problem, actually. It's not an American problem. It's in Europe's backyard. That's why he's frustrated that Europeans should be more responsible for the war because it's in their neighborhood. They should be the ones spending the money, and this is their problem. But they have been dealing with it as if it's America's problem first. That's what annoyed him. And American people too, they think that why should we spend the money? Europeans are rich, they should be spending more than we do. So that was one issue. Now, China has good relations with Russia. I think the Russians want to get out of this war. Putin has suffered massive blows in Ukraine. 600,000 between dead and injured, if not more. Massive losses, military equipment, and the $300 billion that rainy day fund that they put in the Western banks, they were seized basically. So Russia is in a bad position, and Ukraine is in a bad position because, as Trump said, Ukraine is a lot smaller than Russia. Russia can fight for the next 50 years, but Ukraine won't last another 50 years. So he wants to end the war, but he doesn't want to mediate it with both of them acting as if the U.S. is desperate for them to stop killing each other. The U.S. is not desperate to stop them killing each other. It's in their interest to stop killing each other. And he threw this China idea. It's just a signal to Putin and to Zelensky that he's not desperate to have the breach real.